The Curse of Oak Island. Dr. Ian Spooner says there's a dump truck of silver waiting to be dug up. In last night's episode 24 of Season 8 of The Curse of Oak Island, the team learned that a scientific analysis had recorded high levels of silver buried in the money pit area. And we're talking a Gerhardt dump truck level of silver buried under there. The action always seems to get a bit more frenetic in the last few episodes of a season, and the guys definitely upped the ante in last night's penultimate episode. A lot was happening as they doubled down their efforts before the winter snow arrived, and they got some good results out of it too, which included some intriguing artifacts. However, the main excitement came from geologist and Oak Island enthusiast Dr. Ian Spooner, who has come up with an intriguing plan to get some water samples from the wells and holes already dug in the money pit area. He was helped by his colleague Dr. Matt Lukeman. Ian explained to the Lagina brothers, "Basically, what we want to do is help you guys put an X on the map. The general idea is quite simple. Silver corrodes over time, so if there were any buried underground, the silver would leach into any surrounding water. So Ian suggested they test the water found in the money pit area in holes they've already dug for silver and for copper and zinc, which are both found in silver. Unfortunately, gold doesn't corrode, so it won't be found in the water, but as Rick Lagina suggested, if they find silver, they can expect gold." Science to the rescue on Oak Island. Marty Lagina loved the idea, and he asked Rick if he's on board, to which he responded by exclaiming, "No question, science." Dr. Spooner then set about attaining his samples, and thankfully, it only took a few days for him to get the results back, which allowed him to dramatically reveal his findings in the war room, right at the end of the show. Dr. Spooner is perhaps a bit unusual among geology scientists in that he likes a bit of razzmatazz, no offense to geology scientists intended, so he started his presentation by theatrically asking the guys, "Do you think there's treasure in the money pit?" He then explained that having taken water samples from 12 wells, he and Dr. Lukeman found there was a massive spike in copper, zinc, and silver in 3 of them, all of which indicates the presence of treasure. Spooner concluded that there is every reason to believe that there is a large amount of silver deposited near the 3 wells. Doug Crowell wanted to know how much silver would be needed to get readings like that. He asked, "Is it a handful of silver or a Gerhardt dump truck?" The response came, "It's a Gerhardt dump truck." Cue mass celebration, whoops and shouts of "Yeah, baby," and "No way." It's highly unlikely that any digging will be done in the one remaining episode, so sadly, we'll have to wait for the next season before they can start digging up the silver. Terry Matheson has not had a successful season on Oak Island. A quick word on the most tragic figure of the season, geologist Terry Matheson, who has spent all year diligently standing in all weathers at the money pit, sticking his trowel and metal detector into the earth dragged up by the borehole drilling. And while there have been some moments of excitement, he's found the grand sum of zilch, nada. For over a decade, The Curse of Oak Island has chronicled the relentless, muddy, and often mystifying journey of the Lagina brothers and their dedicated team. From secret tunnels and Templar legends to booby-trapped shafts and deciphered codes, viewers have held their breath with every dig and drill. But now, according to geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner, the team may be closer than ever to a treasure of epic proportions, literally. In a bold and electrifying moment during a recent episode, Dr. Spooner made a statement that sent shockwaves through the war room. "There's enough silver underground to fill a dump truck." Wait, what? For years, Spooner has brought grounded scientific analysis to a show steeped in mystery, folklore, and speculation. So when a man of his credentials compares the amount of silver in the money pit area to the hull of a dump truck, you know things just got real. Science meets treasure hunt. Dr. Spooner has always emphasized the value of environmental geoscience in treasure hunting. Instead of relying solely on lore or historical documents, Spooner and his team test soil and groundwater chemistry to detect anomalies, particularly metals like silver and gold. Last season, Spooner revealed that significant levels of silver were detected in water samples taken from boreholes near the money pit. This was no ordinary contamination. The silver levels were too high and too localized to be natural, suggesting a buried have escalated. After an expanded analysis and more precise mapping of the anomaly, Spooner doubled down on the silver theory. If you measured the quantity based on dispersion and density, he explained, it would take a dump truck to haul it all out. That metaphor doesn't just excite, it practically screams treasure imminent. The Oak Island puzzle pieces align. So what does this revelation mean for the centuries-old mystery? Let's rewind. The Oak Island legend dates back to 1795 when three young men discovered a mysterious depression in the ground, leading to what would become the infamous Money Pit. Since then, countless treasure hunters have sunk millions of dollars and entire lifetimes into exploring the island's secrets. Theories have ranged from pirate treasure and Shakespearean manuscripts to sacred religious artifacts. Yet the treasure, if it exists, has always eluded them. What makes Spooner's statement so significant is that it's not based on speculation. It's not a rumor passed down through generations or a coded stone found deep in a shaft. It's science, data, hard evidence that some type of metal, most likely silver, is corroding underground in large quantities. And Spooner isn't the only one who believes the team is closing in. Marty Lagina has been more animated than ever. If Ian's numbers are right, Marty said in the war room, then we are literally on top of something massive. Rick Ladina, ever the cautious dreamer, added, this could be the validation we've been searching for all these years. Drilling down, literally. Following Spooner's bombshell, the Fellowship of the Dig wasted no time. Multiple drill rigs have now zeroed in on the location where the silver concentrations are most intense. The goal? To punch through to whatever is down there before seasonal conditions shut down the island once again. Gary Drayton, the team's metal detection expert, is also on high alert. Silver gives off a distinct signal, mate, he said with his usual enthusiasm. If we get within range, I'll sniff it out. So far, preliminary borehole drilling has yielded promising signs, wooden structures, voids, and even small flecks of metallic material. But the team knows better than to call it treasure until they can see it, hold it, and drag it into the sunlight. Still, the optimism is palpable. Theories, hope, and caution. Naturally, fans are exploding with theories. Some believe this dump truck of silver could be pirate treasure, possibly tied to Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Others speculate it could be Spanish plunder or French royal riches moved during wartime. A few even believe it may tie into the Knights Templar theory, one that has gained traction due to mysterious symbols found in recent seasons and the island's connection to ancient European secret societies. But as always on Oak Island, caution tempers excitement. Every time we think we've got it, the island throws us a curveball, said Rick Lagina. We found tunnels, shafts, artifacts, but not the treasure. This time, though, the science is speaking louder than the legend. Could this be the season the curse ends? If Dr. Spooner is correct, and there's little reason to doubt his scientific findings, this could be the most pivotal season of the Curse of Oak Island yet. The idea of a massive silver large enough to require a dump truck to haul out evokes the kind of cinematic final fans have long dreamed of. But the Oak Island curse itself warns. 7 must die before the treasure is found. 6 lives have already been claimed during previous digs. Superstition aside, the team proceeds with reverence for the island's dangers, natural and man-made. Still, nothing can dampen the enthusiasm that Spooner's statement has injected into the hunt. Treasure, legacy, and the endgame. For Rick and Marty Lagina, the mission was never just about gold or silver. It was about solving a riddle, finishing what so many others started, and uncovering the truth hidden beneath the trees and soil of Oak Island. But if Spooner's dump truck of silver is real, this story may soon have a glittering ending, one worthy of its legendary buildup. Until then, fans will watch every drill, every sonar scan, and every groundwater test with renewed anticipation. Because this time, it's not just a dream. It's science. And that dump truck of silver, it just might be sitting inches away from discovery.